coming to the root system. Okay, here there is a small, mistake. This is just the opposite. This is fibrous, this is taproot, and this is fibrous root. Okay, this is just the opposite.
Only there is these two types of roots. I have heard about another type of root also, like about and something like that.
See, there is another type of root, but you don't need to study now, I guess, which is also known as the adventitious root. Adventitious, which is known as the adventitious roots. Normally, you will find adventitious roots in onion and garlic. They will have adventitious roots.
Ma'am, the example of taproot should be potato and carrot.
Yeah, see, basically, no, you will feel that this looks like a carrot. That's why it's an example. No, most of the trees will have taproot system, big trees. What is the work of the taproot system? There is a main root here. What is the work of the main root? The main root will go deep down to find out water. Where is the water level? And
then the lateral roots will spread all over and take the water, right?
Yes, they will also take the water from the, from the breadth of it. So this does the length, this does the breadth. So it has covered the entire area. And these also help in anchorage. We call it anchorage. It also help in anchoring the plants. For example, if there is a landslide, there is rainfall, so that the plant does not get uprooted. So
what is the meaning of anchorage?
And that's what I'm explaining. Anchorage means it will hold the tree really tight in the soil. Anchoring, the root will anchor the tree to the soil so that when there is heavy rainfall, even if all the soil gets washed away from here, the deep roots will hold it tight. Even if there is a landslide, there's rainfall, something, there's some mechanical disturbance that has happened, but the roots, if they are very deep, the deeper the root, the stronger the tree. Always remember.
So like that, ma'am, everybody says we have to put so much plants so that if soil erosion also comes, we will be able to the soil will not be washed away, right?
Yes, the roots will hold on to the soil. The soil will not be washed away so easily. You're right. Okay, so in taproot, basically there are two systems of root. One is called the taproot, which I just explained, right? Which has got one main root which goes down, and from there the side roots comes out, right? And one is called the fibrous roots. What are fibrous roots? There is no main root. From here the stem ends, or maybe here the stem starts. So from here only all the roots starts developing. That is called.
They are of same thickness.
They are of the same thickness, and they don't go very deep. Neither too deep, neither too broad. They are very localized.
Corn is an example for fiber. Ma'am, corn.
Corn, yes. Maize, yes. We call it maize. Corn is the fruit, right? As in the fruit part of it. So basically we call it maize, right? So basically anything that falls into the grass family, which is wheat, maize, millets, sugarcane, grasses, banana, they will all have fibrous root. So you can very easily uproot it, because anyways they are trees will not have it. If a tree is really big, it needs to have deep roots. It cannot do with fibrous root. For example, if the fibrous root is this much and the tree is this big, do you think it can do with so much of anchorage? No, it will just fall off. It will just fall off. Little wind and it will fall off. Okay. So example of taproots will be mustard, gram, pea, balsam, marigold, even certain herbs, shrubs might have it, oleander, mango. Of course, the bigger trees will have it. Apple, banana, all of them will have it, right? So the taproots grows vertically down into the soil and gives out branches. right? So this is the difference between taproot and fibrous root. Now, what is the function of the root? Fawaz, can you read out? What are the functions of the root? Can you please read out?
These are roots fix the plant to the soil.
Yes.
Roots absorb water and minerals, salts from the soil, which are the con-
Are then
conducted upwards to the stem and leaves.
Yes.
Roots help in holding the soil together, thus preventing erosion or blowing away of the
soil particles.
In some plants, roots are modified to perform additional functions to storage, support, and respiration.
Very good. Thank you. Point by point. The first point, roots fix the plant to the soil. Is this clear to all of you?
Yeah, ma'am.
Right? This we have understood. We have used the word anchorage and we know how it, kind of tightly holds on, just like a little baby. You know how it will hold on to its mother pura tightly. Similarly, the root will hold on to the soil very tightly so that the tree doesn't fall down, so that it stands erect, ekdam straight. You will see very few plants which actually grow like this, bent. It is very rare. All the plants are erect, straight, right? So this root also helps them to be erect, straight. Okay, so the first point is done. Now coming to the second point, the roots absorb water and mineral salts from the soil, which are then conducted upwards to the stem and leaves. What does this mean? So the soil, every day we have to water the plants, correct? So what happens? There are a lot of water, H2O, hydrogen oxygen molecules, which are there in the soil, which does not dissolve, but they are present. Also, we also have to put certain nutrients. What are those nutrients? A few put compost, a few put powdered manure, a few would put dried leaves, or some would put maybe eggshells. So what happens is that over a period of time they will decompose and they will mix up with this water molecules. They will mix up with this water component. So for example, if this blue is water and the red is all the nutrients, so what happens? This is all mixed up in the soil. Soil is only just the medium. So what happens then? This root, they have thin capillaries like structure. So what they will do is that they will absorb both the water. Now the nutrient has got mixed up. The red colored dots have got mixed up with the water, right? So what will happen is that they will turn purple. I'm just showing examples. So slowly the root will absorb both water and nutrients through the roots. All of them will absorb, and what will they do? They will slowly go upwards towards the stem. This is all water and nutrient mixed, and then it will supply the minerals, the water till the leaves. It will go till the guard cells. It will give it, right? It will also supply to the branches. It will go to the flowers. It will go give to the buds. So this is what we mean by the word conduction. This is the process of conduction happening. That is, water and minerals first are being absorbed by the roots. They are sent to the stem, then they are sent to the branches, and then to each and every, till the last point of the plant or the tree, the water is being sent. This is called the process of conduction. This is how, if you put a manure in soil, it reaches till the tip. It reaches even if the plant is this big. For example, if the plant was this big, if the last leaf was here, water must have reached here also. So depending on the size of the plant, you have to do the watering. If the plant was this small, you could have just watered maybe half a mug of water. But it was this bigger tree, for example, a mango tree, you would have needed 5 buckets of water. every day. Because if you put less water, then the water will not reach even till the last tip of the leaf. You have to water it sufficiently and abundantly so that the water reaches the last tip of the leaf. Understood, all of you? Okay, so the third point what we were discussing is roots help in holding the soil together. This is what we were saying. It holds the soil very tight. When it holds the soil very tight, it will prevent soil erosion. This is what we were discussing. Even when there is very, very strong breeze, it will not blow away the soil particles. It will hold the soil very tight. Very tight it will hold. It will not allow the soil to blow away by wind or flow away by water. So this helps to protect the soil layer. Now, which is the fourth point? The fourth point, they're saying that a few roots are modified. We will study about modified roots now. You know, what we see roots here is basically hair-like structures, right? We all know that roots are basically hair-like structures. A few are even thicker. Be it tap roots, be it fibrous roots, they are a little, okay, tap root, I think so, who was sharing? Vamika was sharing. A few, tap roots are broad at the tip, and as
Actually, the roots are very long in it, so that they can find water, because in the deserts it's very hot and like it hardly rains, so that it can get some water. That's why their roots are very long. And I think it has leaf. I think even desert plants have leaf tendrils or leaf scales. I don't know, ma'am, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, they don't have leaf tendrils. They have modified leaves into spines.
Oh yes, ma'am, spines, ma'am. They have those spines, so that, ma'am, they don't transpirate so much in like the xeric conditions.
Correct. Very good. Good points. Yes. Very good.
Ma'am, can I also say something?
Yeah, please do.
Ma'am, along with the main root, there are small hair-like structures along with the main root that also help in anchorage of the root. They are called root hair.
Yes. And root hairs are also responsible for absorbing the maximum number of water and nutrients.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
They have, tiny pores also in between, right? Pedicels, which are known as the pedicels, through which actually the water and all the nutrients enter into the root system.